Hello leaders, NavIQ here with a heads up video about my life and experiences as a principal. I'd like to begin by saying my apologies for the casual attire. Usually I come in on a Saturday to work, to get some work done, and it's always a casual Saturday. A video for another day in terms of time management. Now, today's video, I'd like to discuss something that you would all see everywhere, which is the idea of New Year's resolutions. Everyone has them every single year, and if you're anything like me, most of them you will break and you will not be able to keep. And again, I'm sure many of you are not like me, but in my opinion, every single resolution that I've made, I have not been able to keep. And I really thought about this. I thought, why is that, Nav? Why don't you keep your resolutions? Well, the reason I believe it is because it was always customary. It was always a case of everyone around me, whenever I was on social media, I'll read about New Year's resolutions, about health, well-being, family, success. And I thought, you know what? I'll follow the trend as well and I'll do that. It didn't work because it was disingenuous, in my opinion, for me. Now, throughout the year, there may be times where life happens and something changes. And the changes I made then were permanent and long-term. So one example last year with my work, and I'm sure your work too, my blood pressure was really high. So at that point, I had to think about myself and say, look, now if your body's telling you it's breaking down, you need to change your lifestyle. And I did. I exercise a bit more. I look after what I eat. I get plenty of sleep. I try to, anyway with the 2-year-old, but I try to get plenty of sleep and I'm better for it. I've still got a way to go, but the point is, I made a change in my life based on life itself, not because of a resolution at the end of a particular calendar year. Why am I saying that? Well, because if you aspire to be a principal, a CEO, any type of leader, or anything in your role in terms of your next step up, my genuine advice to you would be to not be a rolling stone and think about this from year to year. Be a bit more strategic. Map it out over short term, medium term, long term, and fulfill that. What do I mean by short term? Well, short term to me is not a few months or a year. Short term to me is normally 2 to 3 years. Why do I say that? Well, because you've got whatever you're going to, so if you're a teacher and you want to become a middle leader, you're a middle leader and you want to become a senior leader, you need to spend a couple of years to understand that role. So you go in as an apprentice. You may be studying. So if you're doing a postgraduate, most of them might be 18 to 24 months, part-time perhaps. Again, this might change, but you get the idea. You have to invest in yourself, and that's the best investment you can make. 2 years, 3 years down the line, you will fulfill the role on your aim. 5 years down the line, whatever your next step might be in 10 years, life permitting, you'll achieve whatever you set out to achieve. Please plan this out long term and don't move around without such plans, because the reality is you might not be able to achieve the success. And guys, I speak from personal experience. I have spent a decade of my life before going from one role to another, from one passion to another, and in the end, you know, a jack of all trades and master of none for quite a long time of my life, until I felt as though education, schools, leadership was my way, and I stuck to it, you know, and I've had some success in my career so far, and long may it continue. Now, you need to do the same. Resolutions are good if they're genuine, but please find resolutions throughout the year based on your life and what you aim and aspire to do, not because of a trend. And that's my real message here. You might disagree with me, and I respect you for your disagreements, but please share your disagreements, share your comments, and let me learn from you as well. I look forward to making more videos. Please like this one, share it, support it, and leave any suggestions of anything you'd like me to discuss. Some of you did mention about CV writing and what we look for as employers, and I'm happy to discuss that soon. Thank you for listening. Until the next one.